Hi everyone. So I already put out these 1 minute health tips and lots of other videos for you to help you and your baby. This is first in a series of the science behind calming colic and all the things that I do to help the mother and baby, because everything I do I try and base in some science. And it's interesting because babies are pretty tricky to help. They're a bit random, as you well know, having a new baby. But there is actually plenty of science to back up what I'm doing to help babies. And the book that I wrote is basically based in science. So there's fully science referenced at the back. But what I do is I take the science and I look at it every single day. What research has come out that I can apply to babies, or what research has been done with babies for colic and reflux and things. And then I take that and then hopefully deliver it to the mums and the babies that come in, because let's face it, mums, you're not trawling through science journals to find out how to help your baby if they're crying and upset and colic and reflux. Okay, I'm going to do that for you. Read it, translate it into something that can help you now. So this is going to be my first short video on taking some sciencey research and translating it into something that can help you. And this is absolutely one of my favourite bits of research. It's totally amazing. In Australia, and they looked at 800,000 babies to try to kind of figure out this pattern, and it was on with babies with reflux, so GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, but for you and your baby, reflux, which is horrible, probably worse than a baby having colic. You know, it's very worrying. You got sick all over you and you are worrying about them possibly losing weight. Okay, they studied all these babies that came in, and then they looked at all the mums that came in, and they found the most amazing link between the mum and the baby with reflux. And they found that if a mum had anxiety, so they questionnaire them and surveyed them with some official anxiety slash kind of depression questionnaire, and they found that if the mum had anxiety, their baby was 5 times more likely to have reflux. I mean, it's just crazy. It's kind of, that's the best bit of research that I have found linking something to a baby having reflux, because we're going to look at what formula they're on, what foods the mum's eating. You'll be worried about them having a dairy allergy or intolerance or something like this. But there's this massive link between a mum being anxious. Now, if you've got a baby that's reflux, you're going to be anxious because you're worried about your baby, okay? But if you look at the video I made before this today, which is tip number 15, my 1 minute tip of number 15, is about the nervous system. It's about the stress system shutting the digestion down, and it's about the calming nervous system helping digestion. I think that's basically where it all comes from. If the mum is anxious and is worried about the baby, which all of you are obviously, then that can then trigger the baby's digestion to shut down. The milk comes down, sits there, and maybe the reflux up. And I've seen it in my clinic all the time. We have the mums going off, relaxing, skin to skin with their baby, deep breaths, chilling out before a feed, and the reflux is less for the baby. What's so nice is that you can take this away and try it now. Try relaxing, try chilling out with your baby and then feeding them. So it's a tricky one for me to get across to mums, because I don't want to be saying your anxiety is causing this or triggering this. I want you to be aware that this could be a reason that your baby is refluxy. Okay, so there are other reasons, and all written in actually the reflux ebook, part of my e-course, but also Calming Colic, the book. So there is a load of other reasons, but time and time again I see this, and the mum goes, yeah, they were so bad last night and I was so stressed, or they were so bad over the weekend and I was so busy and the baby was snacky, and we were breastfeeding out. Do you know what I mean? Out in a coffee shop or something. We weren't home and relaxed. But this is also, I see, applies to a mum that is actually bottle feeding as well, because you know how the babies pick up on our kind of energy, and if we're stressed, the baby gets stressed. So it's not just breastfeeding. It's not just like you're just passing that through breastfeeding. It's just being around them. You know, holding them a bit more tense, uptight. They can feel that. So this is total science based. I will put the link to this bit of research in the comments, and then you can have a look through it yourself. Okay, so take this away, that the help from this research, converting it into something useful for you, is to have a nice quiet space, relaxing, chill out, and feed your baby then. Okay, thank you.